Hello, my name is Rachel and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be drawing stickers of my doggies. Well, they're my boyfriend's doggies, but they're really mine, let's be honest here. So the first two stickers are of Spring. She is a three-legged mutt. She is a Jack Russell Terrier and something else, they're not sure. She's so cute, but she's a little weak, so we have to carry her around on a, sort of, I wouldn't call it a stroller because it's like a cart. It's like a cart. And you'll see that in a minute. But the second doggy, so that would be the third sticker, is Tessa. She's this cute little, like, mini golden retriever, and I love her to death, and she's so needy. But these dogs are the most amazing dogs I've ever met. No offense to all the other dogs that I've met, but you know. So I wanted to do really cute stickers with little words on each one because, I don't know, I thought that it would be better than just having them there. It would give it a little bit more life because stickers aren't complicated. And when I draw, I usually draw complicated things. So if I make it so simple, then I should add words because then it feels a little bit more like me, like I'm doing it. And I had a lot of reference pictures to the side of both doggies in different positions. I only have one good picture of Tessa. She looks so happy. So that is why I only had one sticker. I would have done more, but I didn't, so sorry, Tessa. I didn't like the tail in this position here. It didn't look good, but I think I fixed it in the end because I added it to a different spot and she looked a little bit better. This is Tessa. You can see she's really, really cute, and she was smiling in this picture and looking up at my boyfriend because he was about to give her a treat, of course. So Tessa is really fluffy and Spring is really wiry. So here I'm doing the inking in process, and as I was doing this, I was really trying to focus on like smooth-ish lines where I wouldn't have to color it in. I just have to, like, you know, use the fill thingy with the paint bucket, you know. At first I was doing very rough, but then I decided that I need to do very smooth lines so that everything could be put in place and I would be all good with that. So I did have some problems with the composition here because Spring doesn't have a leg in the front. It just kind of looks like I forgot to draw her leg, but I promise she doesn't have a leg, so it doesn't look right, but it is right. So with the tail, I also had a little bit of problems because I wanted to make it look like it was wagging, and I think I pulled it off in the end. I'm not sure. Who knows? So I wanted to do different fonts for each sticker. So this one's font is like a big blocky font, and then the other one is a really simple one-line font, the other Spring sticker, and then Tessa's sticker is like a curly calligraphy brushed font. It's not really a calligraphy brush, but it's like what you would call it. I don't know. So I did outlines on each sticker just to mark where I would want to cut it out if I actually made these into stickers. I currently don't have like sticker paper. I was about to say line paper, gosh. So my sticker paper is going to be on the way because I have to order it. But once I order it, I will print out more of these, and I'm definitely going to give them to Michael, which is my boyfriend, and I will show them to Spring, see if she recognizes them. She's very cute, but she's not the smartest doggy, so she doesn't always know you or her. The cutest thing is that because she has 3 legs, she goes around and she'll run up to you, but because like her balance is off, she'll kind of have to run in a circle to get to you. It's so cute. I think I put her spots in the right place. I'm not sure, but I had to change a couple of them because I had not put them in the right spot. And her ear, actually, her other ear, the one that's currently not colored in, was also brown, and I had just seen her, so I changed that later. And I wanted to do yellow because yellow is like a very happy color, and I love light blue. It really works with yellow because it's not exactly complementary, but it doesn't clash either, and they both remind me of like a blue sky with a sun, so that's why I did blue and yellow. I kept the yellow theme throughout all of the stickers. I didn't keep the blue because this was just the pillow, because her pillow was also actually blue. I did try to incorporate blue into the second sticker with spring, but I didn't do it with Tessa because I wanted it to make it just Tessa's smiling face. So every time I come over, I feed the doggies a treat, and they come up to me and they lie down. They're not really good at following directions, but that's okay because you'll be like, Spring, come here, and she'll lay down, and then you'll be like, Spring, sit, and she'll lay down. So, but they're mostly well behaved, and they're so cute, so you can't stay mad at them. And when they look at you, you just have to give them food, and that's why she's obese. Both of them. We made them fat because we kept giving them treats, and that's mostly my fault, but you know, I'm not the only one to blame here. Well, anyway, so I think I did a good job on the tail, but I'm not sure. I colored it in with some of the yellow just to make it look a little bit more transparent on the parts that weren't like the main tail, like how they do in cartoons. I wasn't sure if I pulled it off, but I think it looks good enough. It definitely looks good with the simplicity of the sticker because, you know, if I was drawing like a comic strip, it would be a lot more detailed. So then I'm just erasing the sketch and moving on to the next sticker. So like I said before, we kind of cart her around in this little carrying thing. I like to call it Spring's carriage, but she doesn't always use the carriage, but it's better to use it for her because she has a lot of joint pain, and we don't like to wear her out too much. She does. Sometimes I think she's just lazy because she lays down like 5 feet from the house. But a lot of times, if she does go far, then we will put her in the cart or carry her because she's in a lot of pain. But I will have you know that she's still very, very happy, and she loves her life, and she's a very spoiled doggy. So I think part of the reason why she has joint problems, it might be because I fed her too much and her joints couldn't support her weight. But you know what? I like food, and Spring likes food, so I don't think either of us are complaining. I wouldn't complain if I was fat. But anyway, so the cart is blue, and it's got these big, big wheels, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to do everything because I don't want to render things out like I usually would. I want to make them like, you know, as simple as possible. So I tried to color the wheels with my usual rendering style just to make it look like the actual texture of the wheels. But for the cart and the doggies, I tried to do as little shading as possible. So Spring, it's very easy to not do shading because she's a very simple doggy. The shadows lie very easily on her, so it's easy to put her into a sort of simple style. But it's not so easy with Tessa because her hair has a lot of depth and there's a lot more of it. So you'll see that later I will end up having a lot of problems with Tessa's design because, as I said before, I wanted to make the drawings very simple as well. So I didn't have any texture really in her fur, and I wasn't sure if it was good enough, but I was happy with it. So as we continue on here, I think I forgot that there is a pouch on the side of the cart, but I'm not sure which side it's on, so I didn't include it. But these little black things that I'm drawing are just little support bars that it's kind of like a canvas sort of cart, and Spring likes to look over the edge. Her owner, so I think his brother owns the dog actually, but his parents, so you know, the people who bought it, they made her, well, his mom made her a little pillow, which is the one that you see in the other sticker, but she likes to prop herself up on that and look out, and later I add her tongue in there because she always just sticks her tongue out and looks so happy. She puts her ears back and she looks like, if you've ever seen joy on a dog, you haven't, because you haven't seen Spring's face when she's so happy. I love the doggies. They're getting a little old. I think they're both 12, but you know, they're still active. Tessa is a forever puppy. Spring's an old lady, but you know. And I promise that this edit that I make to the tail here is not the edit that I keep. I fix it later. So I like, if I were to rank the stickers, I like the first one the best, and then Tessa's second, and then this one last, just because I feel like I didn't do a good job on the cart. I don't think I could have done any better, but I don't really do simple styles all the time, although it feels like I do because I've done so many like little challenges to help my style. But you know, I think it's for the best because I do think it helps me find patterns in the reference pictures. And so when you find patterns there, you are more easily able to discern more patterns when you actually fully render something. So you in rendering, you always start big and you go small. So this is a lot of just identifying the big patterns so that you can go small later, and I think it's really helpful, but you know, could not be. So I did another outline on this. I don't think I had drawn in an outline on my sketch, but I wanted it to match. I want them all to match, really. I wasn't sure if I should do it on the third sticker because it has a sort of a different composition. You'll see. So I didn't add it on that, but I did add the yellow, so it all kind of ties in together. So here's me struggling with the tail. There's this thing that happens on Procreate every like 5 minutes where if I try and move something, it doesn't move it, it just makes it like bigger. So it like, so for the tail, I was trying to move it towards Spring, and instead of moving towards Spring, it just got bigger, and that's not what I wanted, so I had to struggle with that. Sometimes Procreate is difficult to use, and I think it's user error. It's definitely my fault, but you know, I don't have the intelligence to be able to fix that, so you know. So I didn't realize that there was a giant line there, and I don't know when that happened, but I should be fixing that soon, I think. Now I'm really worried. I'm pretty sure I fixed it, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so I went with purple because purple is my favorite color. And I did want to have a different sort of style for this, so I didn't want them to be exactly the same background. I think it gives a different flair. It gives like a more calm flair rather than a really like happy flair. And I think happy would have worked for this, but like it's a lot of the times when we're on walks or, well, rides, I suppose, spring's just very calm and it's very nice outside and we're all very, very happy and just like at peace. So I like to think that this is a better color scheme for this specifically, but you know, could be wrong. So the cart is a dark blue. I think I went a little too dark on this because I don't remember exactly what it looks like. And I think on the shadows, or the highlights, I went to neutral toned. So if you can see here, the style word, the color of that is very bright and colorful, whereas the blue that I'm using to highlight is more of like a periwinkly blue, if that makes sense. It's a lot more faded. It's like a more pastel blue. So I'm not the happiest with it, but I'm still pretty happy. And I'm not the happiest with this drawing of spring either, but I think it captures, like, it captures her. It just doesn't capture her as well as my other drawing, especially because you can see her full body. So this is still spring, but it's not the best representation. I think I should have done maybe blocky shadows again with that. I'm not sure. But anyway, so here is Tessa, and she is so cute. She usually has her ears down, so this was a kind of like a surprise to see her ears like up, and because she only does this when she's like really happy or when she's begging, and she does beg a lot, but you know, it's a rare sort of thing. Trust me. I think I did the sketch really well. I wasn't as happy with the line art as I was with the sketch, but I think it turns out good in the end. I was really happy with her mouth because I thought for this simplistic style, it still looked good when I added the details of the mouth. Could be wrong though, so I ended up not outlining the happy floof because I just didn't think it probably would have worked, but I just had, with the style of writing that I was doing, I don't think it worked. As you can see here, I got a little curly Q. This kind of reminds me of the Barbie, like the old Barbie font. I'm not sure if anybody remembers that, but you know, maybe they still have it. I don't know. I haven't looked at Barbie in a long time. So I think I should have thought out the letters more, but I do think that it gave a nice little like casual, very like fluid design because I didn't. But you know, I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes a fluid design isn't exactly what I want from this. I think it's the line weight because as you can see, the F's are different sizes and the P's have different like things, and I think it's just because, you know, I'm not a typewriter or a computer, so I can't write them out perfectly, but I would have liked them to be better. But I left it like that because I thought it did look like it gave the vibe of a handmade sticker. And here you'll see me struggle for like a good minute trying to fill in everything and get fill in all the lines so that I could just fill the whole thing. And what I didn't realize is that I actually had the outline of the body on a different layer. So when I was dragging and dropping, I was just dragging it into empty space because it's not on that layer, which is really frustrating for me. I really wish they would have it so that you could drag and drop into a different layer with the lines from another layer. If anybody knows how to do that, that would be really, really helpful for me. But, you know, they probably do, and I just haven't looked it up yet because I'm lazy. But I think I got the face shape right on this, but I could be wrong. And so this, I was just drawing a circle, seeing where the body was, where the lines weren't, so that it would, you know, go out into the open and flood the whole sticker area. And that's when I realized that I had it on a totally different layer. And so I wanted to make her a little bit more yellow because it did look like spring sort of color. And I thought that this wasn't actually white, so that's why you see me struggling with that there. But, so I made her, like, muzzle, I think, a little bit thicker than I wanted to, so I had to bring that down, and then I put some white on her belly, and I think I should have probably outlined that a little bit, but I still think it looks good. She's so cute. She's just adorable. So I put shading all around the places where I saw it on the picture, and I know it looks a little bit more realistic than everything else, but I still think it looks very stylized. I could be wrong though. To me, she looks so happy and so cute. See, I was going to do that purple of her tongue to match, but then I was thinking about the whole composition of the piece, and so this is it. This is all the stickers. Thank you. Bye.